From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 6.
And thanks for joining us. Charlotte is off tonight. Police are searching for suspects after a parent and child were shot in their car this morning. It's an incident that prompted a school response as well because district officials say a few students were involved. Madeline O'Neill live on Madison's east side with more information. Maddie?
Sorry.
Eric, we're here on North Lawn Avenue and Doll Street, not too far from where East Washington meets East Johnson Street. Now, there aren't a lot of cars on this road. Usually it's a really quiet neighborhood, but it was here at an intersection where a parent and child were shot this morning.
Kind of on edge. A little too close to home.
This neighborhood has been home for Tim Powers since 1962.
And the neighbors we have here, they're all a good bunch of people. They're either teachers or whatever have you.
So Wednesday morning came as a surprise.
And the only reason I know 6:51 is I looked at the clock when I heard these 6 shots.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very quiet neighborhood, and so we had multiple calls coming into the 911 center.
Police tell us a car with a parent and 2 children were stopped at an intersection when a passenger from another car got out and shot at them several times.
In this case, we had bullets going directly into this car. There's an adult in that car, but there are also 2 children in that car. So reckless disregard for the adult, obviously, but 2 children.
Detectives believe the shooting was targeted.
Knowing that it could be a targeted situation, we felt it in the best interest and safety of our schools to go into a lockout in those schools that were connected with the students involved.
La Follette High School, East High, Sellett Middle, and Nuestro Mundo were on a lockout for about a half hour. A precautionary lockdown put in place when there's a perceived threat off of school grounds. Although Madison Metropolitan School District spokesperson Tim Lamont says no school was ever threatened directly.
Some of the students involved witnessed and were a part of and were victim of definitely a trauma today.
The district says they'll provide support for families involved.
And so we're just very, very fortunate at this point that this is not a homicide.
Madison's Violent Crime Unit is still trying to determine any potential suspects or motive, and now police are still investigating this as attempted first-degree homicide. They ask anyone with any sort of tips or security footage in this area to give them a call.
Maddie O'Neill live on the east side. Maddie, thank you. All schools in the Lake Mills district were evacuated today after district officials received a bomb threat. It happened just after 11 o'clock by way of a phone call that was believed to be a recorded message. It specified a time window for the threat, but no school was specified. A statement from the city says multiple departments, including police, fire, the FBI, and ATF, are still searching district buildings and facilities, and all events tonight are canceled. And a bomb threat made at Sauk Prairie High School yesterday has been referred to the FBI for further investigation. The Sauk Prairie Eagle reports a caller reported a device would detonate an hour after that phone call. Superintendent Jeff Wright says administrators and police met last night about how to improve emergency protocols. The Friesland man who pleaded no contest in the killing of his estranged wife has been sentenced. Family members spoke today in Columbia County Court.
With everything my dad has done for me throughout the years, I wouldn't trade him for the world, even if he murdered my mother or not. My dad is the most trustworthy, honest, tough, and faithful man in the world, and would do anything for anybody.
Kevin Krieger was accused of shooting and killing Tracy Krieger outside a motel in Portage in February 2016. Today, he was sentenced to life in prison, may apply for extended supervision. Let's check your first alert forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Eric, it's been cloudy all day today, and there might be a couple of flurries out there. As we take a look at the live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam, there might be a flurry or two in the lights of the Capitol, but right now the radar is very quiet, very little in the way of precipitation being picked up, maybe a couple of flurries here or there. Most of those will be gone this evening. Otherwise, expect cloudy skies overnight. Temperatures dropping to just below 20 by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, look for a high of 30 degrees with cloudy skies. Should be dry during the day, but we could see some flurries of freezing drizzle and some fog tomorrow night into Friday. But milder weather's on the way for the weekend. I'll tell you how much of a warm we'll have in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. Today is the last day to register to vote online or via mail for the spring primary. You can check your state status at myvote.wi.gov. You can also register to vote at an absentee voting site or your local public library. Just bring your proof of address. You can also register to vote on Election Day, which is Tuesday, February 18th. Governor Tony Evers' administration wants to delay Wisconsin's work requirement for childless adults on Medicaid until April. The requirement was scheduled to begin November 1st, but in September, the governor's administration requested more time. The legislature approved that, moving the deadline to January 30th, but DHS Secretary Andrea Palm wants another delay now until April 29th. Black female lawmakers in both Wisconsin and Kansas are trying to convince their Republican colleagues to join a national push to outlaw discrimination based on hairstyles like braids or dreadlocks. Supporters of the bills say employers and teachers often wrongly see white people's hair as the standard for what is clean and professional. There is a proposal to revise anti-discrimination laws to ban bias in housing, employment, and public accommodations based on hairstyles. UW health experts are explaining what people here in Wisconsin should know about coronavirus. During a panel discussion today, doctors, scientists, and experts addressed their concerns. There are no confirmed cases of coronavirus here in the state, but a handful of people were undergoing some testing. Experts say compared to SARS back in 2003 or the MERS outbreak after that, the number of deaths from coronavirus is significantly lower than SARS or MRSA. Across the world, there are more than 100 deaths. Only 5 cases have been confirmed in the U.S.
One thing that we just want to convey is that even though this is, of course, an emerging condition and there's appropriate concern about what it might turn into, at the moment, it seems that at least in the U.S., there is not evidence of active, ongoing person-to-person transmission, which should be reassuring to the public.
Doctors say a bigger concern for Wisconsin is that we're in peak flu season. There have been 23 flu-related deaths so far in the state this season. Major changes are happening at the McFarland Police Department. You're looking at their soft interview room. This is where victims of trauma, domestic violence, and sexual abuse are questioned. They have changed its entire look to be more sensitive to those victims. And tonight on News 3 Now at 10, our Jamie Perez will talk about these changes, why they were made, and the cost to the police department. Wisconsin has a new task force to help residents recover from student debt. Governor Tony Evers mentioned this during his 2020 State of the State address and signed an executive order to create it today at Waukesha County Technical College. Speakers said today Wisconsin has more than $24 billion in student loan debt. They also cited data that 53% of Wisconsinites are living check to check, making them more likely to default on outstanding debt.
Preventing people from buying cars and homes, starting businesses, saving for retirement, and starting a family. And that is ultimately holding back our state and our economy.
The governor says it's time to take action. Task force members assess the causes and challenges of student debt in Wisconsin, provide recommendations for how the state can best address the crisis and improve financial literacy education. Domestic violence resources in Rock County are about to get a boost in funding. Rock County reporter Adam Duxter tells us why a little money will go a long way. Adam?
For some time now, but thanks to a grant from the Wisconsin Housing and Economic Development Authority, now they can.
Any opportunity to improve the facility, whether it's lighting or flooring or remodeling an apartment, remodeling a component of a shelter to make that really feel like a comfortable home.
Kelsey Hood Christensen says thanks to grant money, the Beloit Domestic Violence Center is making small changes with a big impact.
So we're hoping to replace kind of all the upside lighting.
Like adding LED and motion activated lights.
We were really looking at our facilities in ways that we can become more energy efficient and reduce the resources that we're using, being good stewards of the other funding that we do have.
In Janesville, the YWCA says a similar grant is allowing them to expand who they serve.
Their whole life was uprooted. This is something that they can come to then, rebuild.
Adding an ADA-specific room to their transitional living apartments.
This means that we're just able to expand our programs and expand who we can serve, and that's always our goal, is to make sure that anybody who comes to us can get the help and care they need, and this is just another step toward that process.
Both groups say they want to get started on making these improvements right away, and that both projects should be done by the end of this next year.
Adam Duxter in our Rock County Bureau at the Janesville Gazette. Adam, thank you. There is a new memorial fund in honor of a Madison mother and daughter killed in a helicopter crash in Hawaii last month. Amy Gannon was the co-founder of Doyen, a nonprofit that mentors women looking to start a business. 13-year-old Jocelyn was a student at Hamilton Middle School who loved animals. After their deaths, there's been an outpouring of community support, including more than $8,000 $1,000 raised in a memorial fund to support their passions, women's empowerment, and wildlife conservation. If you'd like to contribute, we have a link to donate on our website. There's also a public memorial to celebrate Amy and her contributions to Wisconsin entrepreneurs. Anyone who knew her personally or professionally is invited to attend. That'll be at the Sylvie on Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. And we'll be right back.
Ashley Home Store's Mattress Marathon kicks off this weekend. Save instantly during the biggest mattress sale of the year on Tempur-Pedic and cooling gel memory foam mattresses from iComfort. Plus, get 55% off Ashley Sleep mattresses and doorbusters store-wide. Going on now at Ashley Home Store.
Save big money on all of your projects at Menards. Transform any room with window treatments from Window Images. 23 by 48 1-inch room darkening aluminum cordless blinds are $13.99. Plus, they can be trimmed to width for free. All in stock. Lithonia lighting, recessed housings, and trims are on sale. Get this 6-inch new construction recessed housing for just $4.99 each after rebate. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm a little old to count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still ski free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
What makes you one of a kind?
I can ride a unicycle.
Acting's my passion. I love this.
Time to embrace your uniqueness by taking the BU Pledge. A promise to celebrate yourself and your friends for being exactly who you are. Visit Channel 3000's Time for Kids page to sign the online pledge and enter to win cool giveaways.
Come on and take the BU Pledge.
SSM Health and News 3 Now encourage you to take part in the BU movement.
Furniture and Appliance Mart is inviting you to our Friends and Family one-day sale this Saturday with a Preview Day Friday. Get up to half off all appliances throughout the store. Plus, get a free 10-year limited warranty with any appliance purchase. This weekend only at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Powerball jackpot still rising, almost $400 million now, which is a $274.6 million cash value, the highest estimated jackpot since last March. If there is a winner from tonight's drawing, they'll break a 24 drawing streak with no jackpot winner. The odds of winning the jackpot, 1 in 292 million. As always, the drawing just before 10 Central tonight. Should Colby be the new state cheese in Wisconsin? People from Colby, Wisconsin, of course, say yes. In a public hearing on the proposal today, Colby residents said this cheese, which originated in their city, if you can't tell by the name, is what put Wisconsin on the map for dairy. They said it's very important to their city, and an area high school choir came down to show it with song.
Colby was the name of the creation, a process that was different than the rest. A mile west and south, you put it in your mouth, a brand new kind of cheese he put to test.
Colby is one of a few cheeses that recipe originates here in Wisconsin. Another is Brick. Colby is a mild cheese with similar flavor to cheddar, but it is not aged. The committee did not make any decisions on the state cheese today. Green Bay's mayor is holding up his pledge for the win-win challenge after the Packers lost to the Niners. Mayor Eric Genrich spent the afternoon sporting 49ers gear while spending time with young people at the Boys and Girls Club. The win-win challenge means both he and San Francisco Mayor London Breed volunteered with young people today. They handed out snacks and help children with their homework. Milwaukee Bucks have announced a new agreement to bring the minimum wage to $15 per hour at the Fiserv Forum for employees there. The change will go into effect in July, just in time for the Democratic National Convention. That agreement is between the Bucks and the Milwaukee Area Service and Hospitality Workers Organization, and they hope it can be a national model for how labor and management can work together to benefit everyone. Former Badger and NFL superstar J.J. Watt getting ready to host Saturday Night Live this weekend. He posted some behind-the-scenes photos of the studio from rehearsal week on Twitter. He encouraged people to watch. J.J. will be on the show along with musical guest Luke Combs. Coming up in sports, some bad news for the Badgers after a starting guard, one of their top scorers, announces he is leaving the team. Kevin Lewis shares what head coach Greg Gard has to say about it. That's coming up. And flurry chance is heading our way, but we are looking forward to a little bit of sunshine at least one day this weekend. And Gary will have your first alert forecast next.
Be
Beat the cold with hot deals during Steinhoffel's winter sale. Save 30% store-wide, plus an extra 10% off. Save big on this Lazy Boy rocker recliner, now $449. American-made sofa, now $539. These 3 American-made solid wood beds are under $799. And get an extra 10% off one of our most popular American-made solid wood dining sets. Plus, get 40% off all Canadel. These hot deals won't last long, so hurry in. Only at Steinhoffel's.
25 years ago, one extraordinary show danced its way into history. Riverdance. Now it's time for the next step. Experience the breathtaking phenomenon, Riverdance, the 25th anniversary show.
At Overture Center, January 28th through 30th. Get your tickets today at overture.org.
Goldman Cars is starting the new year with a bang. Buy a 2018 new body style Chevy Equinox for only $14,995 or $239 per month, all with factory warranty.
That's right. For the new year, Goldman Cars is selling 2018 new body style Chevy Equinoxes for $14,995 or $239 per month.
So come in today and get your 2018 Chevy Equinox for only $14,995 or $239 per month.
Go to Goldman Cars East or West.
You gotta go to Goldman, GoldmanCars.com.
You or someone you love will get cancer. It sucks, I know, because I've had it. So please join me in support of our superstar doctors and researchers at our very own UW Carbone Cancer Center. Call or go online to carbonecures.org and make your gift today. Local expertise, global impact. Help eradicate cancer now.
The biggest and best RV event in the Midwest is back. The News 3 Now. Madison Camper and RV show and sale. See over a mile's worth of RVs, camping equipment, and campgrounds under one roof. Tickets are just $10 and kids are free. Seniors, you're welcome at half price on Friday. Meet Gridiron Great Gilbert Brown Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Find out more and get your VIP ticket at MadisonRVShow.com. See you at the Alliant Energy Center, January 31st, February 1st, and 2nd.
Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti joining us. We got, what, 1 day of sun on the forecast, and it's when your
that's better than no
nemesis, your nemesis, the groundhog, shows up on Sunday.
That's better than no days, the way I look at it
at this point.
So it's possible there could even be a few breaks in the clouds Saturday, but right now not enough to put in the forecast. 3 things you need to know: cloudy skies. What else is new? That will continue probably through Saturday. Could see a few flurries this evening, and then some patchy fog flurries, and maybe even a little freezing drizzle tomorrow night into Friday. That will have to be watched. Right now, I don't think it's going to be a big deal, but high temperatures will be in the upper 30s on Saturday and in the low 40s on Sunday, so that mild weather is on the way. Tonight on Doppler track, just a couple of tiny little flurries as a little weather disturbance kind of passes on through. Really, even the radar is having a hard time detecting it, so if you get a couple of flurries, that's not going to amount to very much. This is what you can see, just this little dip in the jet stream here. That's enough to lift the air and cause these flurries to form. The jet stream kind of bulges back northward a little bit, so there's still plenty of clouds, but you just don't see the precipitation here. And the next little wiggle in the jet stream, creating some more flurries, and that's what will move in here for tomorrow night and Friday. Behind that, though, notice the bigger bulge in the jet stream. That's milder Pacific air that'll start moving eastward and warmer temperatures up for the weekend. As we check out the current weather map, high pressure is located just out to our west, so the winds are very light. There's really nothing to mix up the air. But eventually, as that high moves off to the east, the winds will start to become a little more southerly, and that will start the temperatures going up by a couple of degrees each day. So by the end of the week, we'll see a little more of an improvement in temperatures. Weak stationary front to the north, also from time to time generating a couple of flurries from northern Minnesota up into the northern portion of the Midwest. That's staying away from us, so these flurries will not affect us. And again, our little weather disturbance moving on through tonight, and that moves on out of here by tomorrow morning. Still plenty of clouds for the day tomorrow. That's 7 a.m. And then as we head into tomorrow night, the clouds thicken up a little bit, and then we could start to to see some flurries, maybe a little patchy freezing drizzle, but notice how that area of precipitation kind of breaks apart as it moves into Wisconsin. It loses a lot of the support in the upper levels of the atmosphere to keep the clouds thick enough to cause precipitation. So we could see some flurries, some patchy freezing drizzle, maybe even a few light snow showers on Friday before that moves out. And then you notice some clearing starting to develop out to the west in the Dakotas. Probably won't get here for Saturday. Still seeing clouds in the forecast for Saturday, but on Sunday we'll see a better chance for some clearing, some sunshine. That will get temperatures up into the lower 40s. You can see over the next few days temperatures going above normal and then dropping below normal for the end of next week, and that trend may continue into the following week as below normal temperatures are expected from the Climate Prediction Center. Tomorrow look for cloudy skies, seasonably cold weather, high temperature of 30, should be dry during the day, and then some flurries, some patchy freezing drizzle tomorrow night into Friday, and then after that look for temperatures to continue that upward trend. 37 on Saturday, 42 on Sunday, Groundhog's Day, but then after a 41 high on Monday, a cold front comes through, rain showers will change to light snow Tuesday and Wednesday. There could be some minor accumulations there. We'll just have to see, and then temperatures will be close to normal for the end of next week, maybe a little bit of light snow toward the following weekend.
The timing is never ideal when you lose one of your starters. One Badger basketball player is leaving the program. His coach's response next.
News 3 Now First Alert Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Get more help with your laundry at the laundry cleanup sale now at the Brothers Maine. Save time and money with the latest in laundry from Whirlpool, Maytag, and Amana with 0% financing for up to 18 months. Get even more help with free delivery on washer-dryer pairs and a risk-free 30-day price and satisfaction guarantee. That's why we're the More Store. It's the laundry cleanup sale with more selection, more savings, and more help with your laundry. Only at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Year 3 begins at Hogwarts in a special live concert event. Watch as a live symphony orchestra performs with the full movie projected on the big screen. Don't miss Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban in concert.
Tickets at Overture.org.
It's the annual RV show and sale you don't want to miss at Interstate RV, January 30th through February 2nd. Great RV show pricing just up the road, Highway 51.net.
Hello, I'm Gary Canolti, inviting News 3 Now viewers to join me on a fabulous New England and St. Lawrence Seaway cruise, July 9th to the 19th. Spend 2 nights in Boston and tour the Tea Party Museum before setting sail on a 7-night Holland America cruise. We'll explore Bar Harbor, Halifax, Sydney, Charlottetown, and Quebec City before visiting historic Montreal. Our vacation includes all airfare, many meals, and more. For your free brochure, call Holiday Vacations at 1-800-826-2266.
Hi, folks. With health officials monitoring possible coronavirus cases here in Wisconsin, we're asking our medical expert on how to spot the signs.
And how much do you know about the prescriptions you're taking? We'll tell you how to find out more.
Join us starting at 4:30.
See you then.
In a plastic world, UW engineers are working on ways to reduce plastic use and waste.
The technology to recycle waste plastics is very inefficient, and then when we recycle them, they're all contaminated.
How we can all help fight the plastic plague. Thursday on News 3 Now at 10.
Badgers guard Kobe King is leaving the program and transferring from Wisconsin. The lacrosse native made the announcement through his Instagram account this afternoon. Now, he thanked Badger Nation and his coaches, but said stepping away from the team for good is what's best. This came together pretty quickly. King didn't travel with the team for Monday's game against Iowa. Wisconsin said he was dealing with a personal matter. Badgers insider Jeff Petrikis first reported it was because he didn't like the direction the team was going. King, a redshirt sophomore, averaged 10 points and 3 rebounds per game this season. Head coach Coach Greg Gard released a statement about King saying, quote, being a student athlete in Wisconsin men's basketball program is a special privilege and opportunity, and I'm disappointed that Kobe has chosen to leave, particularly at this point in time, but I respect his right to do what he feels is in his best interest. I wish Kobe all the best. The Badgers host Michigan State Saturday at noon. Well, in the wake of the accident that killed Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and 7 others, NBA players Terrence Ross and Spencer Dinwiddie changed their numbers from 8, which was one of 2 numbers Bryant wore during his career, the other being 24. Mavericks owner Mark Cuban said no one will wear that number in a Dallas jersey ever again. But Bucks guard Pat Connaughton wears number 24. Doesn't have any plans on changing it. A former basketball and baseball star at Notre Dame, Connaughton will continue to wear the 2-4 as a tribute to one of the best to ever play.
Always thought, Kobe had a great line. I don't know if it's the reason he wore it or not, but, there's 24 hours in a day, and how are you best utilizing them? And for me, as a 2-sport guy, I had to utilize all 24 hours in order to make sure I put myself in the best position to succeed at both, and much to my mother's demands, succeed in school too. So that was, the main reason I've always wanted to wear it and always wanted to continue to wear it. And I think that mentality that Kobe had is it speaks to that.
There's a State of the Union, the State of the State, and today the bipartisan State of the NFL address given by Commissioner Roger Goodell. The only difference here is that he takes a bunch of questions right afterward. The NFL is just one of the global sports entities that have honored Kobe Bryant this week. A handful of players paid tribute to Bryant during the Pro Bowl, led by Packers' Darius Smith and Devontae Adams, who led the on-field celebrations in Bryant's honor. Goodell applauded the league-wide response. More on Goodell in a second, but late last night, Hall of Famer Chris Dolman died at the age of 58. Had been battling brain cancer. Dolman played for the Vikings from 1985 to 93, played for the Falcons and 49ers before ending his career with Minneapolis in Minneapolis in 1999. He retired with 150.5 sacks. Goodell addressed both all-time great losses this afternoon.
I'm proud of, as the story unfolded, unfortunately on Sunday, the way our players, the way our league responded. Chris Dolman, who I personally was very fond of and meant a great deal to me and the league in general. So I think both of those individuals will be seen on Sunday.
A nice gesture there, and I just did a quick StubHub search. About $4,300 for one person if you want to get in the stadium.
Gary, how'd you get those 4 tickets to that game? Super Bowl. Super Bowl's not
take a family.
Anymore,
no.
It's not for many of us anymore.
No.
How about a final check of that forecast?
There might be a couple of flurries out there tonight, but they're really hard to find on radar. So if you see a couple, really shouldn't amount to very much. Now, for tomorrow, look for cloudy skies during the day. Temperatures will drop into the upper teens tonight and top out around 30 for tomorrow. But as we look at the extended forecast, you do see an improvement in temperatures each day up into the weekend. So look for some flurries, maybe some freezing drizzle tomorrow night into Friday. Dry on Saturday with a high of 37 and 42 on Groundhog's Day Sunday. So Jimmy the Groundhog in Sun Prairie probably will see his shadow as it appears now. But then the clouds come back, some rain showers Monday, and then maybe some accumulating snow Tuesday and Wednesday. We looked at that last night for the possibility for maybe around a 3 to 6 inch accumulation over that time frame. Computer models backing off just a little bit on that, but still getting a little freshening up to the snow, and then cold weather, seasonably cold for the end of next week.
All right, counting down about 2 months, less than 2 months now till spring. We're all counting down. Gary, thanks. Thanks for joining us at 6. We're back tonight. News 3 Now at 10. Have a good one.